Hi. It's running a little behind. Doing the mom thing today too. Some last minute plans going down. So hello. Come on in. Do. Oh wow. For the first time I'm getting notifications that I just went live. That's cool. All right. So about 1:45, I'll have to say goodbye to my kiddos because they're going to grandma's. But other than that, I'm good. So they're supposed to come in around that time. So, yeah, welcome. It's been a moment. That's cool. First it was like 3 and 3. Now it's 4 and 4. I'm loving the numbers lately. Oh, I missed you guys too. Hi, everybody. I'm going to do another live tomorrow too. Okay. So hopefully tomorrow won't be, the grief meditation, was deeper than I'd hoped for. So hopefully tomorrow is very uppity. Right? Like up and away. In my beautiful balloon. So again, I have the camera over there and I keep facing this way. I'll try to get acclimated to the differences there. Aw, thanks. Hi everybody. I know I wore a hat today. I have this one and a tan one that's just like it. I love these two. I used to wear hats a lot. I had a thing with hats. I would collect them for a minute there. But I didn't go too far. Once I had like 5 or 6 or 7 or 8, I was like, okay, where do I put all these? So I stopped collecting them. Oh, you're so welcome, Amy, with the meditations. They are helping a lot. They're bringing a lot more out, aren't they? For me, they are as we're going. So it's nice. I'm glad I'm doing them. It is helping the collective. And I think any true light worker right now is doing something in some way in order to give back, right? So that's what it's all about. It's about trying to spread the love and trying to be there together through it all, right? Because in the end, we're what we've got. Yeah, Gigi, you're right. There's been a lot of releasing. There has. It's hard for me to do anything without tapping into some kind of releasing. Like I can come into people's energy field and already they start to release stuff. It's just part of my, it is a gift, but it's also very hard sometimes. But it is what it is. So, warning. I'm like, I should change that. I'm like, nope, this is so me today. Like, warning. Hi, Donita. Hi, Gigi. Hi, Andrea, Amy, Pamela. Oh, I think I got everybody. Hello. So good. It has been a while, hasn't it? It's been, man, the other day, the releasing I did was massive. I'm still processing it. Probably, I don't know how well I'm doing at the meditations. Part of me feels like, I'm healing too through them. And so I'm like, should I even be doing these? But every day I go on, something more comes through. So I really do feel like it is purposeful. So I'm sticking with them, where I'm being a trooper as well. And I feel like that's part of the message is no matter how hard things get right now, we just got to drudge through them because it's all about releasing the shitstorm. And then you guys, the other day, the last few weeks, I'm like, what is this all about? Like, give me a visual of like just contemplating and things like that. And what kept coming through is the Truman Show. Have you guys ever seen the Truman Show? The Truman Show. It's like, welcome to your reality. You're in the Truman Show. And then what really hit me is if you think about it, yes. Okay. So Gigi says, yes, she's seen the Truman Show. That's what spirit shows me that we were living in. It's like everything was strategically planted and designed, but it was all false. There was a lot of falsehood going on. And it was all like this network, of course, of individuals who make that money. Exactly like the Truman Show. That's exactly what it was. It's no longer active, but it's not all removed. So what they're showing me now As it's like we have begun ripping off that layer, but it's still not fully written underneath. And that's why it's really careful. We have to be careful what we think about. I know, right, Andrea? Tell him, girl. Somebody keeps disliking. I don't know if it's somebody disliking me. Another thought I has, it could be algorithm. I don't really care anymore, honestly. It's like if they're disliking me, maybe I rub their energy field in such a way they can't help it, right? Either way, whatever. It is what it is. But, think of everything like the Truman Show. That's what we were in. And so now we really are going to be in charge of our whole entire reality. So it's going to be interesting to see how we all get through these transitioning days and times, right? But whenever you're like, what really was it? What's really going on? Just think about the Truman Show. They were watching us, everything we did, and they would intervene as necessary, obviously. I mean, look at everything, right? And so that's the main thing they've shown me. And then the other thing is we're detaching from that in such a way that, everything's not fully written. So again, like I said, be careful what we think. And that's really what's going on. But in the in-between, there's so much darkness and so much more releasing we have going on, because eventually it's all the negative is going to fall away. So with that being said, that is what it is. I don't know why my energy just went floop, floop all over the place really quick. Aw. Thank you, Andrea. I love you too. I don't mind. Be the rebel girl. I love being a rebel, quite honestly. That's what drives me nuts is people have this common misconception of love and light. What is love and light? Does love and light mean I always have to be like that? It's again that fakeness that I think about, like, oh, I love you so much and I'm just going to be your best friend like all the time, and nothing you do is ever wrong because you're just so perfect and I just love you so much. And it's like, where's that balance? Right? Where's that balance? I'm so very down to earth. It's not even funny. And most healers I know are, right? It's like, you got to be real. Your vibration, it's not like it goes high and always stays there. We got to work at it. We got to keep doing the work and raising that vibration. So again, I don't know, the energy just went all over the place. So I'm just going to calm it just for a moment. The energies are overwhelming, to say the least, on a mass level right now. Andrea, me too. Oh, I know, Amy. I know, me too. The darkness right now is just crazy that we're releasing. It's nuts. And we've got to be mindful right now. Yeah. 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 Andrea, I cannot hide my emotions to save my life. Like, I can't. And if I have to like hide them, I'll cry. I've gotten sometimes to where like the situation was so much and I had so much inside of me, like anger, it didn't matter what it was, and I would just cry, right? Like, oh, I want to cuss you out, but I'm just going to have a tear run down my face and walk away. Like, yeah, I have a hard time. I can't be very fake. I just can't be. It's just so, and I keep thinking, okay, so people who are, in the media have to put on their persona. What is the face you're wanting to create? And that is hard for me. It's like, I'm me. I am who I am. Who am I? Yeah. Cancer here. That's funny. See, I'm a double Leo and a Libra. I got Leo sun, Leo moon, and then Libra rising. So I'm wondering where some of my traits really do come from. But yeah, it's nuts, you guys. This is nuts. Yeah. Me too. I absolutely can too. But then I'm one of those that see everybody in the light. I'm a healer through and through. I'm very, very much so connected. Like I can see you to the core of who you are. And so at times I have let that get the betterment of me. And just because I can see you to the core of who you are doesn't mean that's who you are right now, right? Like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what's up. Just think of the Truman Show. That's what they're showing me. This was the Truman Show. So here was an example, like when the virus first hit, right? Yeah, that's a lot. See, that's a lot of mixture there. I'm pretty solid in my things, but when the virus first hit, you guys, they said the one thing would kill it, which was Lysol, right? Lysol will kill it. Do you know at the place I shop at by my house, I have never seen Lysol on the shelf since that was said, ever. Everybody went nuts over toilet paper, but they're not even realizing the manipulation. And I know it wasn't because of backed up production. Like, if that were the case, they'd have been on it. Oh, come on. Like, nothing makes sense. Like, you could just see things that way. Like, it's just so obvious to me. It is the Truman Show, like, in so many ways. And then it's funny because this is the card that just fell out when I was talking about that. It's my home is a sacred space full of beauty, inspiration, and protection. I love this deck. And of course, look, it's an altar, isn't it? Spend our energy protecting our space, sending it to where we need to go. There is craziness abound. Oh, and that was another part of what was kind of coming through to talk about. Because it's been a while since I've done a live. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? There's like so much stuff. And did I write it down? No, I was busy doing the workshops. Is that, if people are showing you their true colors, please be careful. Be mindful of that right now. Because everybody's darkest self is rising to the surface. And so what you see might very well be some of what you get. Now, remember, I think I've said this before, is there's some discernment in that into where are they hurting or are they really dark? And so just be mindful, unless you're trained to spot that, unless you're so good at that, leave it alone and just protect your energy and just, get through this time frame. If it's a loved one, then of course spend the time maybe understanding why, and so on and so forth. I mean, unless you feel called to help, but be careful because, people's true colors are surfacing. They truly are. And sometimes that may hurt and we might want to immediately repaint them, but that can cause another situation at hand. That's funny, Andrea. This was one of the first decks I bought after my awakening. When I had my awakening, I had one deck always with me since I was a teenager because there was this store that I used to be drawn to big time. And I remember I was always kind of shunning spirituality. So I didn't practice anything. I didn't anything. But there was a couple of things I picked up. One of those things was fairy dust. I bought it from a spiritual store when I was a teenager. And the other one was my first deck of cards. That is this one. Then I keep it in this pouch. This was my very first deck of cards, and I had to be about 16 probably when I bought it. Maybe even a little younger. I was in high school. And I love this deck. It's a tarot deck. It is called the Shapeshifter Tarot deck. And so, I don't see it everywhere anymore. I don't know anybody else who really has them. And I love this deck. And so that's one of the first things that I kept with me. But then after my awakening, I finally decided to get a deck. And then it was this deck, which was not a cheaper deck. That deck is a more expensive deck. And this is why I got it. It was because of this box. It's like the wooden box. It's very beautiful. It's just in case I'm not advertising for them. I don't get a kickback or anything like that. But if you are, and maybe I should sometimes link these below for people who are curious in what I use. But this was the moon deck. And apparently there's a website that's similar, and it's not related to oracle cards. It's related to something that's probably more X-rated. So be careful. But yeah, I tried to pass it on like the moon deck, and she typed in moon deck and came up with something totally different. But yeah, this is that one. It's so pretty. I love this one. but it's not a cheaper one. And that kind of started my interest in collecting cards and my collection. And every deck that I get is very purposeful, I've noticed also. But that's coming through for me too. I'm going to be making a few card decks, and I'm just throwing that out there. I love them too. Yeah. Yep. Sending so much love. So you guys, yep, Gigi, back to that. So when you notice people like that, absolutely send love. So that's another part of the last part of the message for the collective right now is, as hard as it is right now, we've got to bring in love. That's what's going to anchor in. It's almost like making a choice. Do you wish to attach to this earth, or do you wish to attach to newness, even if we aren't quite sure what that is yet? But that might mean letting stuff go that we don't want to let go. Okay. So just be mindful of that right now. That's the reality. Ooh, Andrea, I love that. I like that thought. You know what? That's not a and Krista. Ooh. That's a really, really, you know what? Since I brought this deck out, I'm going to leave it out today too and possibly use it. But yeah, that's really cool. I like that a lot. Herb decks, crystal decks, right? Things like that. That's so awesome. So I'm just checking the time. Remember, my kids might bust in to say goodbye. And then I'm also just making sure nothing else came through. Okay. Andrea, I did receive your donation, so you are first up. And for patrons, I do have a workshop coming. And I will make sure, I thought I posted it. I will make sure that post gets up again. That is coming. What date did I say for that one? I'm sure you want to know what that one is. I think it was the 18th, but I don't like saying that without being positive. Yes, it was the 18th. I'm right. I had that right. So the 18th at 1:11, we are going to do a virtual healing event where we will all go somewhere in meditation and virtually, and I'll try to call on new ways of doing things and maybe new guides or see what kind of happens with that one. So yeah, that's what's going on there. I love that, Andrea. That would be so cool. Ooh, that'd be, I don't even want to say that out loud. Like, that would be cool. Good idea. Do it. So, like, how do I want to do this? Out of curiosity, I will pull one for the collective from my Shapeshifter Tarot. I don't know if they're saying 3. I know, Andrea, I've actually felt that in the air. I know. Sending you so much love and light, and I also saw your message. It's just so crazy right now, but I got to tell you, even my health has been, like, my chest has had a lot of chest pains the last few days, My daughter, who, like, never gets headaches, has had a lot of headaches going lately. I feel like we are transitioning and we are feeling it. So remember, we might be getting a lot of symptoms that are also related to ascension. And we might not know. So I want you guys to remember, everybody's different. So I could sit here and say, well, you could feel these, and these. But you might actually have something even totally different than what I've mentioned happen to you. So just always be mindful of your body. Listen to it like it's a song. Okay. And so Andrea, with him, try to put your hand on his feet and start tuning your energy and listening to what his body is telling you like a song. Okay, I used to do this with my vehicles, but I'm sure it would work with your son too. It's just, I give a little bit about me away sometimes. But I did it with my kids too, like when they're a baby, right? It's like they can't talk to us, but we learn to know what they need just by their little whimpers, just by the little, And so try to read into that a little bit more, a little bit further, hone in your skills. And I think it's a good way to learn that, really. As hard as it might be. And let's see what the collective needs to know from this deck. It's been a minute. Feeling into the energy. It's like familiarity, like home. Going home. Mama, I'm coming home. So long. Mama, now I've got that song in my head. All right. So what are 3 cards that we need to know for the collective right now? What is the collective really going through at the core? Something maybe we're not quite grasping. Something maybe we need to see. Ooh, as I missed the table. I was deep in trance with that one. All right. Alright, so there's 3 of those. Let's see what they are. Ooh, I haven't pulled from this deck in forever. Feels so good. So one was upside down, and I'm gonna read it upside down. I've never really taken it upside down from this deck, but they're telling me to. All right, so so the first card is Air Element Wands, the 4 of Winds. Okay, the 4 of Winds, the 4 of Winds. Air Element, right? There has been, it's like, I feel like we are out of balance within our thought processes, really is what I'm hearing with this one. It's like the wind is blowing off kilter. The wind is blowing what was out of balance. The wind is showing us what is out of balance with this one, is really what I'm feeling. Like, I feel like there is sight unseen being revealed. There's stuff being manipulated in order to, you know what I'm saying? Yes. Me too. I'm sorry, I'm reading the comments. Me too, Amy. Yeah. Me too. Oh, how cute, Andrea. Congratulations. That's so cute. Okay. So yeah, I feel like that's what's coming forth. Now with the 4, I would want to say balance, right? So that's kind of what I was thinking at first, but I'm like, no, because the 3rd card I pulled was the balance card, and it's upside down, and they're saying take it upside down. So that's telling me that as far as the collective goes, we're a little bit out of balance right now. But there's a reason for that. So it's like a major swing out of balance is what I'm hearing here. And it has everything to do with mental space. So it's not based in the spiritual essence, it's based in mental form. Okay, so there's like an imbalance going on there on purpose. And then I got a major arcana card, the Star. Okay, so based on choices that we make is where our power is going to go. All right, based on choices where we put our thoughts is where our power is going to go. And that's what's coming through with these. For sure, because then we've got the balance card upside down, and I feel like collectively our thoughts are out of balance. Collectively our thoughts are in the darkness. Collectively we feel defeated, and that's really what I'm hearing here. Collectively, like, we feel so defeated. We don't feel like we are in smooth sailing. So I'm also seeing the dolphins here, which is like very powerful knowledge. So as a collective, we feel a bit out of balance, out of power, out of sorts, which why wouldn't we? Anybody who's spiritually connected that isn't, that is still being affected, which we all get affected, you guys. Nobody is ever perfect all the time. That's just silliness. And so, yeah, basically we're just really being affected right now. It's all about the choices. So we're being tested. Which side do we choose to keep our energy on? Where are we sending our power? It's about a choice and power is what I'm hearing here. Where is our choice and power? Who do we choose to give our power to? Who do we choose to give our power to in order to correct that darkness and balance within our headspace and the collective? Okay. Ooh. That was an awesome message. Oh, man, it's so cool. Going to the first time after my awakening when I did a mess, they're like, read your cards. I'm like, what? You want me to read my cards? It was funny, you guys. Like, I shunned this in such a way. It took me forever to read my damn book on the cards. like I wouldn't even read the book. But, like now reading, like I'm telling you, you guys work with me and I've been teaching you that when you start out, things can seem so clunky, kind of like we're working against the wind, because the first time I did it, I would do past, present, future, love, and career. And it was like very structured and like, oh my gosh, it was like really feeling in desperately to each one. And now it just flows and it's just such beautiful messages. Okay. And so I'm just taking note of my transformation and I'm letting you guys know that that's the way it goes. Okay. And we all got to start somewhere. Oh, yeah, that's right, Andrea. Yeah, that's so cool. I thought that's what you were talking about. That kind of came through when I read that comment. Oh no. Oh no, Angela Bench. So after you get over that, let's cleanse your third eye. Let's debunk the third eye, okay? After you get through that, and make sure you're doing your lemon water. You guys, yeah, there's just stuff coming up. I'm not kidding you. So it's either in our physical, it's in our emotional senses. I don't know if you guys have been following along with my meditations, but I've been going through some too. And, it's hard when we don't know what to do or where to go, right? And so we're all here together. That's why I'm doing this stuff. Ooh, yeah. All right. Oh, there's no way around that. Yeah, I just go. Yuck. Ugh, yucky. Right now, I just feel like lowering our immune system is a little bit scary. Just because, I saw them spraying our airways with airplanes and then now they're being talked about. And so I'm tending more and more to trust what I see to be part of the reality. Okay. And so it's just super important to keep our immune system high right now with all this releasing. Things are going to come out in physical form. They're going to come out in emotional form. You guys, anger, whatever it is. Okay. No matter how much of the light you have. Somebody once told me, well, I've cleared all my karma. I'm like, well, then I guess you'll never be alive again. Like you are so beyond done. Like you should have died yesterday if you cleared out all your karma. Like what my point is karma can be so easy to create and karma can be so deep all at the same time. And there are so many layers of it. And it's the same thing with healing. We go through a layer upon a layer upon a layer. And so we're never really done, are we? There's always room for growth. Oh, man, Donita. Oh, man. Donita, I remember when you went through your 2 stuff and then we cleared your third eye, right? Yeah, same thing. So, Angela, that was my point is like, let's make sure we just get your immune system back up. Let's just make sure we get everything kind of flushed out of your system. Super important right now. Yeah, I get headaches really, really, really bad too. And my mom will want to take me to the hospital. Sometimes I'm like, no, I don't like to go. They do give you a good cocktail. They don't tell me what's in it. But I don't. Yeah, that's right, Donita. But it's like, I don't, because afterwards it takes me, I don't feel the same no matter what. So I just don't like to do that. It sucks. It's like, okay, now we have to adjust. How do we overcome from pains? How do we get through this without using medications and things of that nature? But there's always something natural, right? And so it's just doing the research, changing our way of thinking and awakening our souls. Yeah. Yeah, Angela, that's like big time right now. I'm telling you guys, there is a lot of challenges surfacing for you're being tested to an umpteenth degree. Okay. And you can think of it like a movie. Oh, that was the other part of what I was going to tell you. Okay. So when they showed me the Truman Show, they showed me how part of the reality and what we're living in. Okay. So this is part of a harsh reality that was even hard for me to swallow. It's like, we have the Truman Show. And then I was thinking about all these movies, and it's like they would literally write things down for you to see, have people act them out for you and play them in front of you and have you pay to watch them and have you escape reality into what really is your reality. Does that make sense? And I feel like this went on a massive, deep level. So then after kind of spirit awakened my soul to that, or my perspective had changed to that, I was like, started looking at certain movies and they're not the same to me now. Like Avatar is one I relate to on a very deep level. I connect to trees in such a way. Like there is really light that I see, you know. We really do hear each other. We really can kind of like an imprint, right? Like onto things. I believe so many things out of that. And so in a reality of it, they kind of like, haha, this is what we're doing to these people. And they're in such a control. Like every bit of our money goes to them, no matter which way. And we're all so used to it that we've accepted it a long, long time ago. Like this is, and we worked our asses through it. We learned how to make our way through it and create beautiful lives, right? And so that's why part of it is like, who cares? But I mean, think about it. Like they're doing these horrible things and then they're putting it on film for you to pay to watch. Ooh. Ooh, Angela. So you know who it is too. Oof. I told you, Donita. I told you. Didn't I tell you? Oh man. I was like, come on, Spirit, we never give dark messages. Like, you know, some of you would probably think I'm just trying to make you afraid, right? Because you got all those false masks going around right now. And people of the light really do care about how they make others feel. So pay attention to that too. But I told you, he is the stalker. What was in the package? Did you open it? Oh man. I think he watched you opening it. Oh man. So anywho, the next time you guys watch movies, pay attention. I don't know if all movies are like that. I don't think that every single one of them depicts. But if you think about it, like those dark movies, the Truman Show, right? Like spirits push the Truman Show. And then what's funny is I heard another spiritual person bringing that up. I'm like, see, spirit don't lie. Yeah, Andrea, that same thing. So Donita, she's saying, please be safe because her ex did it to her too. So yeah, I have a lifelong restraining order too. Donita's been dealing with this gentleman for a minute now. Yep. And so we definitely need to put up some protections. Okay. So so it's like he's trying to get you to it's like if you have kids together, I'm going to keep it past my time to hurt you. I'm going to take you to court 17 times in a year over some bullshit custody stuff because you broke up with me and now I'm going to use this child as a pawn to hurt you. So instead of the kid, he's using belongings. All right. So yeah, absolutely be careful of that. Ooh, Amy. Okay. So yes, for the toothache, clove oil on a Q-tip will help numb the area of the tooth. Absolutely. Clove oil, sucking on a clove. There was another thing too where I read online one time years ago for a boyfriend that I had. He had a toothache, and it was like boiling pepper. Something to do with boiling a little bit of pepper and then putting that in there as well. Of course, not from the boiling pot. You have to let it cool off a little bit or something, and then put it in there. That helps too. And cinnamon. Yep, absolutely. Cinnamon oil. Yep. So Angela, yeah, there's a lot of things we can do here. Yeah. Isn't that nuts, you guys? So the thing is, if you think about it deeply, it's like, okay, if my energy is calling this in, what about me is calling this in? I think maybe we need to ask that question sometimes. Like, what did I do to call this in? Oh, Lord. What did I do to call this in? Right? Damn. So I was doing a donation thing for today, you guys. Andrea did put in a donation. So I'll see if there's any others that have. And then again, if you're a patron, I do have the workshop coming up on the 18th. Okay, Gigi donated. Amy. Okay, so okay. Good thing I looked because there's more that came in. Okay, let me look and see the order, and I'll probably do it that way. Yeah, guys, isn't that nuts? Like, that's a hard pill to swallow. Like, these people, like, how sick can you be? Well, I'm gonna rape them, because it's basically what they're doing to us every which way. Bend you over, stick it to you good, in every angle. Then if you ask too much, we just kill you and destroy you and publicly maim you. And then it gets nuts. Yeah, so I have one Amy, Gigi, and Andrea. Andrea was first. Okay. And then I think it was Amy and then Gigi. Sweet. Oh, cool. Amy told me general already. That's awesome. So that's good so far. Okay. But it's like when you find out the totality of everything that's been going on, it is a hard pill to swallow. And even being highly spiritually connected, you guys, I feel that whole, like, did that really happen in the air? Because it still hasn't transitioned. We still haven't gone through everything that's going to go through. I still have freaking written Recovering Humanity. And what that means, I feel like, is picking up the pieces of the reality that's going to be at hand and then teaching everybody how to create their own reality, because all of that control, like, okay, here's another part of that. Okay, Gigi, got that. Oh, no, you're good. Oh, me too, you guys. Yeah, me too. I get a lot of stalkers. I get a lot of people that bad things have happened that way. When you have energy and you actually allow yourself to be sexually in tune with yourself as well, like, you'll call that in a lot too. And that's why years ago I stopped like wearing makeup and drawing attention to myself a lot, because it would get bad. Like when you have long blonde hair and I was really skinny, very pretty, like it just was like, gray it down. Absolutely. So what was I gonna say? Yeah, so it's like, so that was another thing. By this time every year I file my taxes early. I am one of those who know how the system works. I file them diligently. I claim zero throughout the year. I always relied on amount of money coming back to me. Okay. And so that's how I did that. And then this year I went on, and owning my own business this year, I was a little bit like, oh gosh, okay. So write-offs I was thinking about, because I do my own taxes. My point is that even though it looks like we just went right into this new presidency and everything's transitioned, and if you look at what the regular mainstream media is telling you, is all this stuff is active within the White House. All this stuff is going on. All these meetings are happening. These bills are going through. Like, supposedly that's what they're spewing, right? Like, I don't watch it all, but I catch glimpses for a reason. However, if you're truly paying attention, apparently the government's closed till the 12th of February, because I went to file my taxes and I always get them back soon. Like last year, I had them back by the 14th because, that was the day my dad died. And so I take my kids to his favorite restaurant. That's how we celebrated. That's what I did for Valentine's Day. It was me and my kids at my dad's favorite restaurant to take us when we were younger. And I had my taxes. And so I was thinking about them, like, I had my taxes back. Like, since when is the government closed? Until February 12th. And there was no reasoning why. And it was like all these other little things that are going on. And I'm like, something's not. So if I look at it logically, like I'm not awake, something's not right. Like something at the baseline is not adding up, you guys. So at the very least, just be mindful. Don't take stuff at face value. Okay, let's not take it at face value. Something's going down. All right, so Andrea, let's see, what did you say? Aw, thank you, Andrea. Right, I look good for my age too. It says that's closed. On my end, when I filed it, it said it was closed. They didn't even have the paperwork until the other day. Yes, Angela. Yeah, there was a PayPal link. I'll go ahead and put it up. Yeah, isn't that nuts? Like, I don't understand. So there's that. That should have gone through. Yeah, I don't know. It's nuts. And I went ahead and pinned it too. So it should be pinned there. Yeah, you guys, something is off. And what stimulus package? That one that they put through last went through so fast. They didn't shut it down last time that one was put. Like, nothing. Something's off. Something's off. I'm telling you. And that doesn't make sense in itself. Their excuse don't even make sense. It just doesn't make sense. I don't know. It is not normal at all. But maybe that, because, maybe it is because they gave people money for the business loans, because that was on there. It asked me that, if they gave me any money, and I was like, no. And then my taxes jumped so high. So if you guys think for 1 second too that they're not going to take that right back from you, dream on under the administration that's being presented, right? Good. I hope so, Amy, because that's what's going on. I feel like light workers are even kind of not sure what to do, almost to the point where there's that, segregation energy, and I don't like it. I just don't like it. It's not cool. So, Andrea, did you say general? Yeah, I hope so too. It's just done. I even was talking to Spirit. I'm like, there's no way you're going to make me do all that in the public eye, and then this thing can go down. Like, there ain't no way. I'm not going down like that. Right? I'm the pretty green M&M. I ain't going down like that. Okay, good, Andrea. General. I'm being told not this deck for you. I'm being told this one and this one. All right. Andrea, can I ask you a serious question? So I went into your energy and I just asked if there's anything you need to know. I really kind of pushed myself in your energy. I'm sure you don't mind. You invited me in. But so I went to Gavin, okay? I went straight to Gavin. And I know we did I'm really curious too, by the way, ever since the last DNA work, to see if there's any changes. But I asked about it. I'm like, what can I tell her? What's going on? Is there anything she needs to know? And I'm going to tell you what I saw, okay? So what they showed me is I see his left leg. I see his left leg and it's like atrophied. But deep within his leg, and they're almost showing it to me like a chicken, like it would look like it was being like a chicken leg. It's really weird. So an animal leg. But within his leg, I see a vein. Let me double check. Are you okay? Okay, we're good. Yeah. Whoa, Gigi, that's weird. I got it within a day. Like the day they said it, I had it, but I also was doing like money ones at that time. So that's nuts. See, that's nuts. So something happened. It's like everything under the scene really kind of halted, but they're making it look like it didn't. Like they're making look, there's like supposedly talks of a third stimulus already going through, and that they are like undermining like other people to get it pushed through. I don't know. It's all stupid. So just don't pay attention. It's like what Spirit shows me is there's detachment there. There's no reality there. Okay. So Andrea, so again, it's like his left leg, but close to like his femur, close to like his I'm up at his hip area. So I'm by his pelvis. I don't know why that name, because I could see his pelvis in my visual, and yet I couldn't think of the name. But I'm right by his pelvis, okay? And so they're kind of showing me his veins going through there. And then the question I came up with, okay, is like, is there a blood clot? Is that what they're trying to show me? But do you ever like use a machine? Like, how does he get mobility? Does that make sense? So it's not like I'm seeing him having a blood clot, but it is like I'm seeing like, so let me decipher this message the best I can without putting any of my opinion in it, and so on and so forth. They showed me a leg, then they showed me very skinny, so like atrophied is the word they used. And so I feel like his veins are kind of atrophied through there, so it's almost like his blood isn't flowing probably like it should. And that's kind of what I'm seeing. But not like I'm trying to scare you or anything, just letting you know that's what's going on. And so the best thing that you could do, are you with me so far? Because they're kind of showing me something for you to do. I could say, get an appointment with me, but yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, kind of like that. But it's just like when we don't use something, it atrophies. So if, like, talk about this under here, right? Like I realized, oh crap, I stopped using my arm muscles there. And that's when we get that like old lady flab. And I'm like, oh, I ain't going down like that. Like I am not going down with no old lady flab, right? So I started using it. And I'm not trying to make light of this situation, but it's like when we don't use something, it atrophies. It starts shrinking. It starts losing muscle. It starts losing function properly. Okay. And I feel like, okay. Okay, so what I want you to do is put your hands on the bottom of his feet, okay? And when you do this, I want you, because I know you've been doing my videos, I know you can do this, okay? So I want you dropping your energy down into the earth, grounding, calling in the creator, drawing up the light through you, okay? Just the first time, that's fine. Draw it up through you. Set the intention that you're going to send healing light through his veins, okay? Through his veins, through his system, through his blood flow. And imagine it flowing all the way through his body, all the way through every system. And just imagine like healing light going through it. Oh, okay. So he does have that. Okay. See, I can only tell you okay. I don't know. We don't like names. You know, spirit doesn't always like names. It's a label. But so since I'm right on the money, okay, so this is what I want you to do. So don't even limit it to his veins then, okay? Limit it to everything. Limit it, widen it to every, so send it through his muscles, send it through his cellular level. And you can do it like touching his feet and sending it through, okay? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if I could go into a room with him, that is what I would do. I would start at his feet. Something's telling me to go to his feet. Okay, Andrea? And shoot, girl, that was without even pulling cards. I'm so sorry. Let's see what the cards say. For you, of course, I went right to Gavin. I hope, don't worry. They're telling me to tell you not to worry, but it's just time to change the focus of what to work with next, okay? And that makes a lot of sense. Okay. All right. Well, so then there's nothing to lose, right? Let's just put our hands on his feet, send the light through. As you do that, I want you to imagine the veins expanding, but I want you to let go of any outcomes. So that sentence that I just read right there, I know that's the reality of it, but I just want you to detach from that a little bit for me, okay? So making room for it not to be the same outcome. Does that make sense? And then I want you sending light through. If you want to do an appointment with me, message me. I will work with you to do a healing session on him. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I know. And when we're scared, sometimes it's hard to calm our energy, to send healing energy through. Give me just a second. Okay. Okay. I did get your donation also. Angela. All right, anywho, I'm just going to keep going. All right, so Andrea, let's see what the cards say. Like, my kids didn't come in yet, and so Grandma might be running late. So we'll just see what's going on. Okay, so there's that one. And I know when we're afraid, it does block energy, and then it can cause us to not think clearly, not see clearly, and not move things clearly. But what they're showing me to have you do is send light through his legs, from his feet, like blasting it through his whole entire system. Okay. All right, Andrea. So the cards that I pulled for you are material harvest, discontent, and boredom, victory, and success. Okay, so I'm going to start with discontent and boredom. I'm going to start with that because that's going on big time for a lot of us. I feel like because things are not moving as quickly as they used to, you guys, we went from okay, an epiphany, ding, light going off. The time cards that I keep pulling, if you guys watch everything I do, I keep pulling time cards. We went from an environment that is very, very fast paced. Boom, 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 boom. We got to get up. We got to work hard. We got to make money to keep the man happy, to keep him off, right? Pay our bills, do all this kind of stuff because our houses should be our houses. Like, you realize they're not even your house. So you've been working really hard, trying to keep the pace, working for the man. We went from that to working for our own man, like ourselves. So I mean, I know it's not visible yet, but that's really the energy we're entering into, is that time is different. Okay. And I feel like because of that, me included, like, why is nothing happening very quickly, right? Like, why is nothing moving fast? But I feel like we switched time zones that way. Like, I feel like we went from a fast paced to a slow paced world. And so it's really easy to get bored and discontent right now. I feel like there's a lot of that energy. Like, we're like, oh, like I want to pull through. I want to bust through and I want to get moving. And the next thing we knew, we're 80 and we worked our life away. Right? And so now we've gone into a time of stillness and contentment in the moment and being able to soak in every bit of life. And so that's the message that's coming through, Andrea. Spend time sending light through his feet. Spend time in the moments of every moment. Okay, don't worry about time. Like, I feel like there's a bit of a worry about time. And like you're trying to get it to move faster, but slow down in some areas, and like this all weird time thing going on for you. So let that go, because there is going to be victory and success. And I feel like you're also calling on money, but there's and support. So I'm hearing money and support with this one, because you got the material harvest card, but I'm hearing money and support. So it's like emotional support that you're not receiving right now, but that's coming for you. Okay. So there's victory and success coming for you with everything that you're wishing for. It's just not moving as fast as you want it to, which is creating discontentment, which is creating blockage. Okay. Okay. Oh, weird. Really? Had to do it through my Facebook Messenger. That's weird, Angela. Sorry. I don't know. The other ones it worked through, so maybe I pinned it wrong. I don't know. Anywho, at least it worked. Yay. Yes, Andrea, absolutely. Absolutely. So I did do that already for you specifically. I already saw visuals of you healing him with them. Yes, ma'am. Okay, good. I'm glad. So you understand everything that I was telling you. So absolutely, we switched time. And so when we try to move things quickly, it's like, you're going to hit a wall. It's going to be like, whoa, bam, slow down, speed bump, speed bump, roadblock, roadblock. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So then it's Amy. Next. Okay, give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm just going to go get the kids really quick. Be right back. One Mississippi. Hey, Grandma should have already been here. Get your jackets and be ready. Okay, get your jackets and be ready. Okay. All right. All right. Had to sneak away for just 2 seconds. Sorry. Love you too. I love you too. All right. Andrea. One more thing, Andrea. I meet resistance with kindness. Isn't that what I was just talking about too? All that resistance you're stuck in right now. And did you do the meditation today, you guys? If you do that meditation today, it took me into a beautiful part and one that I hadn't really done like that before. So I encourage you to really listen to it all the way through. In the end, it's like we had you shine that, like breathe the light out into those areas. Excuse me. And this is kind of what I'm seeing for this. Okay. I meet resistance with kindness. So wherever you're feeling that, breathe the light into it. And you can do it within and without. All right. Amy Hutchinson. You said general. Why did I just hear may the force be with you? Amy, are you a Star Wars fan? Somebody's definitely a Star Wars fan, I think. When I said that, I'm like, yeah, and I see like, boom, boom, boom. That's so funny. I love you too. Yay. Yeah. So, that's nuts. Yeah, I don't know. But Amy Hutchinson, as soon as I went into your energy, I hear may the force be with you. Yeah. So like, I feel like you're ready for battle. I go into your energy and I feel like you're supercharged and quite honestly, you're ready for battle. I feel like again, there's like lost energy. It's almost like, where do we place this? What do we do now? We were so used to having to do so much, and we're coming into a time where it's going to be all about what we want to do. We're going to work to live, not work to survive. Okay, does that make sense? Like, we're working for ourselves, not for other people. You guys, that's where we're coming into. And Amy, that's coming up for you. Okay, so is there an imbalance in power within a very close, peculiar relationship? So like what I'm seeing is there's somebody very close to you, very, very close to you. And it's almost like within this last year, the scales of what the relationship once was tipped. And so I almost feel like now we're trying to find the new balance within that relationship. Does that sound about right? Oh, so funny. You okay? So that's why I go into your energy. You're like, yeah, me. Absolutely. Boom, boom, boom. Star Wars. Yeah. May the force be with you. That's so funny. You're a Jedi, Amy. I don't think I could tell many people that, but you get it. Like, you're a Jedi. May the force be with you. Like, you are a force to be, you're like a jet, so like an energy mover, right? Like a Jedi would be, right? I have the force. And so keep that in mind. You will go into a stage where I don't like these when spirit's like her career is going to change. I see a shift in your career, and I'm like, but what if that doesn't happen anytime soon? And they're like, look, Bree, the message isn't for you. And I'm like, okay, I got it. So there's going to be a change in the career. Okay, I don't know when. Time is blah, blah, blah. It's like that melting time. I don't know how many times I've said this lately too. I don't understand time right now. We have to let it like readjust. Okay. But yeah, I do see a shift in career, and there's like an imbalance, like a weird shift in the balance in the scale of a relationship. Yes. And then like what? Wait, what's the like what? I see the yes and I see the like what. Catch up with me. Where are we at? Yay, Katie Peg. I was thinking about you earlier. No wonder. Oh, what career? Oh, okay. Well, it's going to have to do with who you're becoming. Because I think that's why later, like, may the force be with you. And I see you like, boom, 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 like you're ready to kick some ass. Like you're going to be, I want to say creating an army, but it's not an army. So I feel like you're going to be the boss, but you're going to create like a business. I feel like you are really might create a business, Amy. So like, something to where you have like 12 employees underneath you. I'm like, what? So every time I ask, like, what is it? What is she going to be doing? There's like aspects to it. Accounting, like I see you managing. I see you. It's like a not for profit, but a for profit, because all of that's kind of like changing, right? Like, so it's so you do things for the betterment of a community around you, type of a thing. But there's like teenagers are like a main focus in a way. I feel like because there's like like it's like a almost like troubled youth. I don't know. That's what I'm getting out of that. I don't think all the pieces are lined up yet. Okay, so this is like coming within the next year or two. All right. So let's just give it time and space. Again, it's that time thing, right? So I don't think all the choices have been made to fully show exactly where it's going to go. But I do see that it has to do with like helping out like the youth, guidance for youth, some kind of like a community resource. There we go. That's like a community resource. But again, have to do with very much so. Like, may the force be with you. You're like a Jedi. I find that funny. Oh, you can't hear me? Can anybody else not hear me? I'll speak it up. Speak it into the microphone. Right, Amy? Let's see what else they want you to know. They're also saying there's more changes to come within your awakening. Okay, so I don't know if you've asked, like, am I done? The answer is no. You still have more to go. We've still got more to tune into, to tap into, more to express and experience, and then also more education on and on top of that. Well, then I can't make that up, can I, Amy? I didn't even know that. I had no clue. Oh my God. Okay, so the fact that you're already thinking about it is the start. And the fact that I tuned into that and I just got chills for that, okay. But that's the thing, Amy, is don't set that limit up, because we're always releasing. And so just know that you're always on the path of releasing and healing, but you're already bringing it in. So you're already calling it in because it's already in your energy field, because you're already feeling it, and I'm tapping into it, okay? And so it's going to be like just more shifts are needed, and then things will fall into place, but you're already starting the process. Okay? And that's validating it for you. Okay, cool, Katie. I'm glad. Yes. Oh my God, Amy. That's like, and they kept bringing me to the Eisenhower tunnels when I was doing those workshops. Oh, and I know you emailed me about workshops. I'll have to look back at that. So I went through my computer, even though I haven't responded yet, and I started to see if any had like gone missing or anything like that. So I will get back to you on that too. I think that was you. But yeah, there's some stuff coming for that because I keep going to the Eisenhower tunnels. And then again with San Francisco. What the hell is up with changes coming through San Francisco? I don't know. But yeah, that's going on there. Yeah, right? Oh, okay, let's see what the cards say. You guys, I'm telling you, Amy took my Stepping Stones to Awakening course. Anybody that did is awoke. They can see some stuff, okay? They woke up. Their gifts, and Amy, it's not just a one and done, is it? It's like, it's still happening. It doesn't just, you take these courses and they don't just change you one day, they change you every day for the rest of your life. So I was doing donation based today, Katie. I'm doing a Patreon healing event, and then tomorrow I'll throw in the free messages a little bit. And then I don't know what else we're going to do tomorrow. Oh, they've had some earthquakes and some waves coming in, have they? I don't even know that. All right, so let's see what this says. So, okay. Okay, so just like I told you, some things got to come into play before, and I keep pulling this for myself, okay, so I don't want you to freak out, Amy, but the Tower card is in there, okay? The Tower card is divine interruptions, divine changes coming through, things all of the sudden can be like, whoa, like that just happened. That's the energy, like, whoa, that just happened, okay? But it was divinely placed in order to put you, or all of us, like I feel like this is like for you, but like on more of a massive level rather than just so personal. Okay. So it's like not just changes to your home, but changes around on a bigger picture, divinely placed, strategically guided. So, and again, I'm hearing that not all decisions have fallen into place as of yet. So not all events have occurred yet. Okay. And then I'm hearing we are in the waiting game. Okay. And so this goes with the answer I gave you of no, you're not fully awake yet either. Okay. And so it's like the seeds have been planted, the as above, so below, I'm hearing is like, it's actually in the process. It's in the process. Things are in the process. They're still growing and they need a little bit more time before they fully are in bloom. Okay. But then, so this goes with that too. Oh, okay. And I'm also hearing on that relationship stance. Okay. I feel like there's going to be, so back to that. Okay. So I feel like there is work being done into the scenes already. And I feel like just even calling in the work and planting the little bit of seeds. Okay. So there's going to be prosperity beginning for that. Okay. You guys wear your jackets. Okay. And then I'll message you here in a bit when I'm done. Close the door behind you and turn the TV off. Okay. I love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Sorry about that. So yeah, prosperity is beginning already in that. Okay. But I'm also hearing for that one too some time. So give everything a little bit of time. Like allow it to marinate, planting the seeds and allowing them to establish roots and then grow. All right. And I know when we say give it time, it can be like, oh, that could be forever, but it's really not. I feel like time is such a weird thing right now. Like it really is a weird construct right now. So if we just stay in the here and the now and we make the right energetic internal choices, then things are going to go fast. Okay. Does that make sense? And so this is a positive thing. These are all very positive. Okay. You've got spiritual growth still coming and growth within your relationship. Okay. That was beautiful. All right. And so let's keep an eye on San Francisco for whatever that is, right? Like, holy shiznitzel. You guys, and if I still, again, like, look at it from a logical standpoint, from the reality that I never woke up, from the reality that I didn't escape what they call the matrix, it still doesn't make sense, right? Aw, you're welcome, Amy. You're so very welcome. Yeah, but also, Amy, so I'm hearing when they give you nudges, just keep taking them. Yes.
Can we say goodbye?
Yes. Why are you yelling out there?
Because Leroy is yelling at me.
Okay, well, I'm on live right now. Get your jacket. Okay. Come here. You all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, all right. I love you.
Love you.
Be good, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay.
I'll message you. Wear your jacket.
Okay.
Right. Sorry about that. So yeah, just be mindful, because again, so what I'm hearing, Amy, is, so even though like right now, keeping your energy high, staying in the light, and it's like this weird time of nothingness, it's going to get to be moving. Okay, so movement's coming. I feel like it's just weird. It's straight up just weird. It's just weird. It's like it's awaiting for something. And I can't figure out what. All right. That's awesome. Well, I can't wait to hear about what you do also. So, because I can see it, and I think that's really awesome. So thank you for what you're going to do, Amy. All right. I think we had Gigi next. Is that what it was? Yeah, did Amy and Gigi, and then Angela. Do. All right. Yes. Okay. Was that specific general? I think it was. I'm already like thinking about tomorrow. I'm like, okay, what are we going to do tomorrow? But Gigi, I get to use my shapeshifter tarot deck for you. So I don't know when I did a shapeshifter meditation too, but I've done one of those. Do you know what shapeshifting is, Gigi? Because I'm being drawn to that with you. What is needed this time? Okay. Have you ever heard of shapeshifting, and what is your version of what it is? If you don't mind me asking. No. Okay. Perfect. So it's like virgin ears. That's good. Because I feel like everything's distorted right now. But so what Spirit has shown shape-shifting to me to be, and what I've used, because I've done a workshop on it, I just can't remember when I channel you guys, I let them show me the way. And so I really don't remember everything. But shape-shifting is an ability to focus on and to try to take on and embody and become the energies of whatever it is you're focusing on. I feel like because of all the darkness in the earth, there was so much darkness put on shape-shifting. But it's really, everything I do is of the light, period. And so when you think about shape-shifting, the way that we did it is we envisioned whatever animal came forward that you needed, I think it was. And then we started to allow our essence to intertwine with that animal. And you can start to encompass their traits. So it was like we called forth the strength of such and such, and we called for the sight of the owl, or whatever it might be. But Spirit's kind of pushing for that for you. I'm not sure if you're aware of the shaman side of your gifts, but that's coming forth now. Like I'm seeing it in your energetic field. So a little bit of shape-shifting and Indian type stuff. If you can please like do some Native American healing research, I feel like there might be a little bit more of enlightenment in that aspect for you. Okay? And maybe I'll do another shape-shifting thing in the future. But that's also probably why they're pulling from my Shapeshifter Tarot deck, was for that message specifically. Okay. So you've got Native American roots in there. Many lifetimes over, I feel like. But you've got some gifts that are also very much so related. There's some, yeah, it's really cool. Okay. And then like start calling forth energies and just starting setting the intention to become part of them. And apparently you're wanting a love message. So I pulled a love card for you. I don't know why, but that's what Spirit said. A loved one, a loved one. Okay. Ooh, that explains it. Oh my gosh, Gigi. I love channeling the message and pulling the cards. They always go right with it. And generally just expand on it. But as far as your emotions go, so you have been taking control of your own emotions. You have taken control of your own emotions. You're healing them and you're using them for your own benefit now. Okay. And so they're acknowledging that. This is a Goddess of Water card, 14 Goddess of Water, but it's telling me that you've done a lot of work. Like you have done a lot of work. You've created a lot of alignments. You've created a lot of power within your emotional stance. Okay. And so now they're wanting you to rise above the emotional presence at hand at every given moment. And I think you'll know what that means in the moments that you need to do it. And then the next one, which is what I told you. So you're like going further into an awakening. Okay. So it's 18, the moon. This is a major arcana card. So there's like an up level going on is what I'm hearing. Up level connection to further connection to your own source, your own light, your own power. Okay. It's like an awakening to that real true calling within inside of you is what I'm hearing on this one. Okay. And so it's like you've already pulled forth some pieces. Some more are going to be coming forward for you. So you're stepping further into your next part of your purpose and the next part of your awakening process. There's more gifts in there. There's more power just coming. It's like calling in. That in which you seek is coming. Okay, that's what that said. All right, and then you've got 3 abundance water. 3 abundance water. I'm like, why 3? Is there like a division? Is there an interruption? And I'm not hearing that necessarily at all. What I'm hearing is keep allowing the emotions to flow. And that is your key for the abundance coming in, because it's coming. It's like there. It's like knocking on your door. You've got abundance ready to just flood gates, like just to flood in and create such peace and calmer waters is also what I'm hearing. But be mindful to keep the mind space in flow. Okay. So don't let disruptions come in to put a divide in that abundance flow. All right. Be very mindful of that, because right before we were about to reap a reward, sometimes things come in to like, be like, psh, what'd you say? Hail to them now. All right. And then I pulled a relationship card and we got 13, God of Fire, fire element swords. Ooh, Gigi. Ooh, were you asking about relationship? Did that come through in the channel message too? Did you see an orb? Oh, how cool. I haven't seen him in a while. Absolutely, Katie. Absolutely. I pinned it up on top. Hang on, Gigi, and we'll get into the relationship aspect. It's a good one. But I don't know if it worked correctly, so let me do it again. Okay, well, when I was doing the shuffling of the cards, they said pull a relationship one, so I always listen, like a love one. And so when I pulled the card, this is what it tells me, okay? This is very interesting, too, because I've never really looked at this card as far as a relationship goes. But right away, I'm drawn to the two birds, okay? Like two love birds. Do you understand? And they're perched on this beautiful animal, aren't they? And so it's like, I feel like, wow, there's a lot going on with this card. The male, okay, let me just start there. The male is going through his own awakening. I don't know if you're aware of that. Maybe you can even find out. But I feel like there's changes going on within him, within your man. All right. And it could maybe even be the masculine side of you, possibly. But I'm feeling like, no, I'm feeling like it's more of him. He might be going through his own awakening. Okay. But I feel like either way, there is a rise in his essence, and you two are coming into a whole new love life. Let's just put it that way. It's igniting new passion, igniting new fire, igniting 13, god of fire. It's like that new goddess. Like, I am now one goddess and I'm full of so much sexual energy. And that's what's coming through here. Okay. And so there's like this way, it's like you're 20 years old again, all over going on here. And so whatever's up, that's what's up. Oh. Okay. Well, there you go. Well, you've called it in then. All right. So just be open to it. But for in the meantime, Gigi, I have a workshop right before Valentine's Day to awaken that goddess sexual energy. Okay. Ooh, how cool. Angela, that's pretty interesting. And I thought I had out of the corner of my eye a couple times, but I didn't say anything. That is so cool. Okay. What is a double-decker orb, Angela? Do you know what the difference is? Like, orbs are not something I've ever cared to really pay attention to because I think they're just cool, but I should maybe ask more questions, right? Like, what is a double-decker orb? Anywho, so Gigi, you must have called it in, but I do feel like, because there's like a male and a female bird here, right? And there's this masculine energy rising and gaining into his masculine power. And at the same time, I'm also getting divine goddess rising. Okay, so whatever it is, you're calling it in. And so get ready for some passion ignited. But in the meantime, keep the flow of your sexual going, and it will just keep sparking his. So don't worry about the words. You use your energies. Okay, but it's coming. Okay, well, there's more changes coming for that, Gigi. You are going to be coming into the Spock, the love bug, like a newness, like lovebirds all over again, like getting your popcorn and going to the drive-in and just sitting there and just making out in the back of the car and missing like half of the movie. That's the visual I just got, sorry. Oh, it's so funny. You're so welcome. Right? I know. I need that too, girl. Shoot. Like, I gave up on relationships. I'm like a soulmate? That's everybody else's. I don't have such a thing. I know. I love that too, Gigi. Shoot. Like, oh, there's some good cards. All right. So then we had Angela. And then Katie. I redid the link. Hopefully you got that one. I do. I keep seeing something on the corner of my eye. Yeah, I bet it has, Gigi. But that's the thing, isn't it? It's like relationships are just like our own life. It's like they all take work. So hopefully that one was worth putting all the work into. Right? Open the floodgates for the love to just flow. Explore your body. Like I could take that a whole new level. Maybe I should do like a workshop on lovemaking. A new form of sexual communication through the spiritual realm. Can you travel in your sleep to have sex? Yes, you can. Sorry. It's going awry, you guys. It's going down the left side. Yes. All right. Just two orbs fused together. So there's like no special meaning. It's just what it is, just what it looks like. That's cool. So I think like, again, like how do you pinpoint what each one means? You can't like make it all general, huh? It's like they all mean something different at every given moment. Okay. So Angela, was it a general or did you want to know what you want? All right, well, I'm going to assume it's general if I don't get a response. I think it is. House is all quiet now. My kiddos left me. Ooh. Okay. Angela. Why do I see you getting married again? Are you renewing your vows? Have you talked about renewing your vows? As soon as I went into your, like I said, your name, and you are so beautiful, by the way, but I see you in this beautiful dress, and it's not necessarily white because I feel like this is a second marriage to the same person. Is that in the works? Are you aware that that's coming, or is it a surprise? Because I feel like you might renew your vows, but in like another country. Did you not get a honeymoon? Like, what's up with that? What's going on? Am I not getting my comments? What's up? Yeah, what's up with that, Angela? Are you getting married again? Like in Hawaii? I don't know. Like maybe not Hawaii, but I do see somewhere tropical. What's going on? Are you wanting one? I feel like you guys have worked really hard. And I feel like the sacrifices may have been made, included your relationship. Okay. Okay. Oh, well, did you hear what I'm saying to you, Angela? Like, I don't know if there's a delay. Like, did you hear me? Like, I see a second marriage coming out. Not to anybody else. A second wedding. So like our vows, your vows being renewed. Okay. And so that's probably why that's coming up. Soon as I entered into your space, I see you having a wedding in the end of it all. Okay, and I see it in a beautiful tropical climate. So your dress is gorgeous, and you are just stunningly beautiful. You look like you're 20, for God's sakes. But you're getting married all over again. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's see. Let's put up protections. Okay. Do you have any hawk feathers? I don't know why, but I see you putting up a bubble of protection around your husband. So they told me power. So he gives away his power. He's got some power leaks. And I hear like if you put a bubble of protection around him, that's also why he's kind of, his health isn't like 100% right now. But if you put like a bubble of protection around him, but then I also saw a hawk feather for him. This is for him. Like you can use it on him, but it has to do with his energy. Hubby's not interested. Once is enough for him, he says. I don't care what he says. Whatever's coming, I see it happening. And so he can just take that and swallow that one. Okay. So that's why, see, no honeymoon. And that's what they showed me, is there was not a honeymoon. So there was not a little bit of like a time to celebrate the love of the two of you. Okay. And so just, I see it happening. Whether he's completely closed off to it now or not, I do believe that will change. Because I can, and I just got chills when I said that, Angela. So it's very confirming for me. I feel like some of what you think is perceived as coming at you from the outside is his doing. Does that make sense? So he's got a couple of energy leaks going on. It would be very beneficial for you to cleanse his energetic field, put up protections, but do this like with a hawk feather. Okay. I've only had that come through one other time. I think it was with Andrea. And I find it very interesting when it does. It's like usually a shaman resonance with me. But just use the hawk feather in his energetic field and cleanse away all the unwanted connections. Because I feel like you can keep removing them, but they're strong. Does that make sense? And once he gets through this time, because he is being challenged, he's part of that masculine energy that is being challenged right now. I feel like that's going around. Whatever the reasoning might be because the goddess energy rising. It might be because of the whole aspect of the male counterpart having had taking away a lot of control, even though it wasn't everybody that did it, right? Makes sense. And so I feel like he's in a little bit of a testosterone battle, spiritual testosterone battle. Okay. Yeah, all that makes so much sense, Angela. So I feel like there was some sacrifices with your relationship. Okay. He's got energy leaks going on. I want you to see if you can get a hawk feather, please, and cleanse his energy with it. You don't have to. If you can't physically get it, you set the intention of one. Call in the energy of one. Okay, we are that powerful, but it's all about your beliefs too. But I know you believe just fine, so it's not specifically towards you. But use the hawk feather, cleanse his energy. Okay, and then I want you just patching his leaks and his bubble. He gives his power away. You guys made sacrifices for your relationship. In the end of this, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you're going to get your way, but you're going to get your way. Gosh darn it. Like I see a beautiful wedding and I see you doing it elsewhere, like a beautiful island. I see tropical. I see warmth. I see a beautiful dress. And it's like this off-white dress and you're so happy. And by golly gee gosh, you are so beautiful. Like I can't get over that. And I get chills every time I go there. Okay. So whatever's happening now is a process of that, I do believe. Okay. And so it's like kind of like shaking up the muck within him and shaking up the muck within the relationship. But he is giving his power away. And so that's where that negative energy you're feeling, I think, is coming from. All right. I know it was a lot. I hope you got all of that. And no wonder, as soon as I went in your energy field, it was about the marriage. And that's what your question was. Like, I can't make this up, right? So take the validations for what they're worth. And if one part is right, then by golly, it must all be right. Okay. So with your husband and you right now, it's allowing that stillness to heal and reveal. Okay, so what this really means is there's not a lot of work we can do with our verbal communication. There's not a lot of work we can do that is like an urgent, like I got to do this, 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 and this, and this. The best thing to do is stay in the stillness, but use the energy, okay? Keep drawing up the energy, keep putting a bubble around him, just like I said, and yourself, and do the little hawk feather, okay? He is, I keep hearing the song, going through changes, but it's like deep within him. So he's got some darkness rising, okay? He's in a little bit of a spiritual battle within himself, whether he recognizes it or not. And it's going to come out of it with you in a new wedding in a beautiful tropical paradise. So maybe even if physically you don't get married, it's like a whole new marriage coming for you, but same person, not switching people. Okay, but you also have new ideas coming. So that's what this card is telling me for you. Okay, Angela, it's that I live each moment with presence of gratitude. So change those thoughts constantly. Thank you, thank you, thank yous. But I am hearing right now that at any time you will get like a lightning bolt idea coming through. Could be in your sleep. It could be during work. Okay, so it could be when your mind is busy doing something else. It's like free form. When the energy is open is when it's going to flow through. But be ready to like take action, but don't share it, okay, until you're ready to claim it and put it out there. Okay? All right. Oh, Andrea, perfect. Perfect. Okay. All right. Yes, Angela, I know you do. I feel like sometimes these messages become general at the same time. Right? I know. Like straight up. Oh, girl. And then I can see you like on a beach in a bikini drinking like a little bit of a mojito and just soaking up the sun. And I just got chills for that too. Okay. That was beautiful. So really absolutely very good. Yeah, you are. So again, they're again showing me another fast mover, right? So you had to always move. And so that's why this one's telling me again. I will definitely tap into that, Angela. But you've got to learn to calm your energy and stop trying to be on that rat race, because the rat race is ending. Okay, the rat race is over. All right, and so we've got to learn to slow our pace a little bit. But right now it's kind of hard. And so I get that. But be mindful of new gifts coming through. And then where is he giving his power away? It's not you. I don't think it's to you. It's more towards, like, I want to say like a masculine counterpart. A boss, possibly. Somebody he might look up to. Somebody he's always trying to impress. He has this thing of, I've got to impress. I've got to impress. And he will use his own energy to do so, like to a detrimental degree, to make sure that he's meeting the expectations. So I feel like this might even stem from like his father and his relationship. Like, I've got to raise the bar. I've got to keep raising the bar. I've got to make sure I'm exactly what it was expected. Like, I've got to be somebody. I've got to be somebody. And it's like, but it, to a way where it's just like pew pew spewing my energy. So it's different places. It all depends on where he might feel triggered, where he might feel like he has to impress. Does that make sense? Yep. Slow it down. That's right. So anywhere he's triggered, where he feel like he's not impressing, where he's not living up to his own expectations, because this is, that bar that was kind of set from childhood. Aw, thank you. Yeah, it was so good to be back here today too, you guys. All right, so let's see. So Katie, I'm going to be back tomorrow. Also, I don't see a donation that came through for you as of yet. I hope you guys are doing the meditations, you guys, they have been definitely emotional. They've been definitely heavy. But if you're doing the work, they can only create beauty in the end, right? So, aw, thank you, Andrea. I don't feel like I'm on fire, girl. I feel like I'm putting out a little bit because of all the healing, too. So, hopefully, I can match that flame. Like, let's do this. Let's get this together. Let's be the green M&M, right? Warning, I'm a badass. Yeah. So I will be back on tomorrow. Did that help, Gavin? I'm sure it did, Andrea. Do it 3 times. I heard the number 3. I feel like the first time your energy is still not moving as it should either. Because it's hard. Just keep doing it. Like do it 3 times and then do it 3 times again. And just anytime you feel the need. And just every time just keep. But let me tune into him just to make sure. Okay, that was for you. So does he have wrist pains? Like my left wrist. I went right to my left wrist. I don't like my left wrist. Like my left wrist hurts and I just want to scream. Like it hurts. It doesn't feel good. I don't like it. 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 I feel like I'm just like trying to shake it off. Like I don't like it. Like I'm throwing a fit. Mm. Mm. Okay. All right. Andrea, I think his pH at the base level. Okay, base level, just baseline. pH is off. Alkalinity, I think, is high. Okay, which is causing. Makes sense? Like misfires and pain, misfires and movement within the system, misfires and liver production. Okay. Right in here. And again, I heard alkalinity. Okay, it has to do with the alkaline. So I don't know if there's like a test you can do, but he's like, it's like the alkalinity plus sign. Okay, so I think his alkaline is high. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Well, that makes a lot of sense then. Oh, that makes a lot of sense then, because I'm just like so angry, like it's so frustrating, and I feel like he might even do this, like like it hurts deep into my left wrist. But I feel like it's because the alkaline. So when I go in there, I keep seeing alkaline plus. Okay, so I do know apple cider vinegar can balance that, but as his mother, I want you doing the research and you seeing what you can do. I feel like if you just give him straight apple cider, it might upset him. And I think you know what's best there because you're his mother. So I will allow you to be the buffer there. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. That makes why I'm so frustrated. And I'm just like angry. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. All right. Sometimes when I go into them, I can only understand at their level anyway. So that makes a lot of sense to me. And I feel like that's just very frustrating. Like I would be frustrated, right? I think any of us would be. Okay. But I feel like the misfires are being caused by the alkaline plus. Okay. I hope that helped. Keep doing the healing thing, okay? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, but how do you take that away? Like, give him his joy, right? Like, I know I'm with you. Like, like that. Oh, Yeah, just maybe balance it a little bit. That's all we can do. Poor guy. Oh, it's like having to try to get his energy to flow through all the physical blockages, and that's your barrier. So yeah, Katie, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do tomorrow. I know I owe my patrons some messages too. So we'll see how tomorrow goes. I'm going to try to tap in and see if I can change it up a little bit too, to bring something new forward. But we'll see how tomorrow goes. So no worries there. Yeah. I think I've almost kept you guys 2 hours today, so that's probably good for today anyways. But yeah, I'm here, you guys, and like I said, there will be a patron healing event, free for patrons, coming on the 18th, and then I have a few other workshops coming. I'm trying to tweak them in my head a little bit. I've got them out there, so I'm going to make them the best that I possibly can and just see where that goes. Okay. But I will be back on tomorrow, Katie, so no worries. Catch me then. With Patreon, you guys, they want to charge you up the rear for using these video things that allow you to do videos on there. So that's why I'm like, bleh, right? With that video, doing a video on there sometimes. And so I do the lives here. And then maybe I'll just do a Zoom link from time to time for free messages there. Okay. So that might be how I do it, Katie, is like free messages for patrons through a Zoom link from now on. Andrea, painting. So yes, that's coming on I am doing another creative workshop also, and I'm going to do an email out. I was going to do it last night, and then my head just got all jumbled. But the creative workshop is coming on the 11th. The 11th. So that one's up with the new moon. I'm doing that one with the new moon. And then it'll be the Patreon healing of it on the 18th. And then I got a couple more going on. One on February 13th for Valentine's Day to help awaken the sexual goddess within. That's going to be so much fun. And then I have one on the 27th for the full moon shadow work, releasing the hidden shadow. That's what's coming through. So fun. Yeah, I'm so excited. So that's what's up. I will send an email out on those too. So if you guys are not a part of my email list and you wish to do so, let me know there as well. And with the whole dark side, my whole shadow healing myself, and then today going into grief healing, like holy moly, I may just take another bath tonight. I'm thinking that's the case. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to go take a salt bath. I'm kid-free for a moment in time. I don't even know how long, so I'm going to take advantage and send so much love to all of you. Remember, we are always right where we are supposed to be. I will be back on tomorrow with another meditation and another live at 1 o'clock. And in the meantime, be kind, especially to yourself. I love you guys. Bye.